especially since you can base it off of Dante and DMC 1, 2, 3, or
well, just literally
based
do what
on
Castlevania
5 with
did,
Nero and all the other characters.
I was going to say, do a Castlevania. So you start at
the legacy.
You basically start at 3. So you establish Dante, Virgil, Devil Triggers, all that nonsense. Then you move in through 1, 2, then you pick up 4, so you can introduce Nero, and then you can do 5.
Yeah. Well, the trick is you kind of have to leave 2 as the last one, because that's where Dante has gone through so much serious shit that he is dark, brooding, and edgy.
We don't talk about 2. 2 is a terrible game. That's what's the reboot.
I still respect 2. It was a shit game, but I loved it. Great soundtrack. 2 had one of the best soundtracks of old school DMC. I will fight for that. It was a really good. Don't look at me like that, Brian. It was a good OST. It was super good.
Devil May Cry has always been full of good soundtracks.
And I, for one, enjoyed battling Mutant Tank. Not. I really did not. I really did. Fucking stupid enemy. Like, here's your bosses. Tanks and a helicopter.
Anyways, hi everybody. Hope you're all doing well this evening. We were just talking about things on Netflix. Is Maria alive, or has she fallen asleep?
Yes.
Hey, she's alive.
Theoretically.
Drink coffee. You'll be alive in no time.
Not for long.
We shall crush the coffee beans and then, sprinkle them in a pentagrammic circle and then summon, I don't know, the will to stay awake.
Summon the Lord.
Caffeine Lord.
The caffeine Lord.
No, just reminded me of Hell of a Boss where Moxie's ordering his coffee.
Yes.
It's like a 3-minute bit.
Yeah, 3... No, was it 3 or something pumps of caramel or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, he orders 2 different coffees, but it's his specifics are stupidly long.
I know, it's ridiculous. How on earth they managed to nail them lines? I'll never know.
We may never know. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, welcome to our usual D&D shenanigans. For those of you that weren't here last week, we weren't here last week, the last session I should say, 2 weeks ago, a quick catch up for you all. We caught up with our wonderful party back in the capital city of Yari, having chased down a ginger ninja to the sewers.
Oh.
From there you managed to catch up with her and you found that the city itself was a bit oppressive to other folk, but stayed out of a rebellion and still decided to help the underclass of the city. I can't remember what your agreement was, but something in my head's there was an agreement of something.
Yeah, essentially we went to the drug dealer dude.
He just deals in coffee. He opened the first...
technically a drug, so...
Exactly, but you're making it sound like, there's weed smoke constantly pouring out the door. It's not, it's steam and coffee.
Either way, so we're hey, drug dealer, coffee McDude. So we have a bunch of refugees, which we kind of may have screwed over. I don't suppose you could, shelter them for maybe a few days or so, or maybe, send them somewhere safer, sort of thing, because we know you have contacts and stuff, and friends. And it's hell no, not with adventurers, unless you give me, you go to this place and grab this thing for me. Yeah.
Thank you, Steam 2, for the ongoing subscription, a whopping 13 months.
Ooh,
Nice.
I know. Over a year.
I know, it's been a wild ride. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Tash got it right on the money. She can have a cookie.
Yay!
If it's
an oat raisin cookie, I will murder you.
I was about to say, it looks like a chocolate
Cookie.
chip. It looks like chocolate chip, but you're getting a raisin.
Damn you.
Make a deception check.
Make a
Hang on,
perception.
I've got some dice here, but I'm not going to roll them because they are somebody else's dice.
What?
Oh,
You
At
never
least
roll
you
someone
know not
else's
to.
dice.
Yeah. At least you know not to do that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hang on, I feel
We're
like
just
it needs
gonna
to be checked.
casually touch each other's dice now, are we? Oh, bloody hell.
Oh
Oh,
no,
no.
sorry, Tash, you can't have these dice now. They rolled terribly. That was a natural one.
no, Brian, why must you taint them?
This stream is rated R for reroll.
They just comes up with the ELCP rating. It's just like the usual Dino: sex, drugs, violence, lots of natural ones.
No.
That's it.
Oh, either way. Yeah, we were told to go to Keene and go to a place where there is a box. A very specific small box of which we need to get.
Oxen.
Yeah, box.
Indeed, there'll be a small box. You'll know it when you see it.
Yes.
And
Snuff box.
I feel like that's where we should pick up. So if you guys want to buy supplies or anything, now would be a fantastic time to do so.
Heck yeah.
Because you are not one. Well, yeah, one of you is wanted by somebody else within the city, but I mean, not like your mum can catch you on the road.
I know.
But
I
yeah,
know.
now's a good time to get to buying
Okay.
if you wish to buy
How
things.
many potions do we have in that thing? Or how many stuff of healing do we have?
I don't know because it's been a
We
while since I
have
checked your
2
handout.
potions of healing and water breathing, a potion of heal, giant strength, and potion of growth. There we go.
Is that a potion of growth, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh,
That was great.
Here all night!
it's yeah, it's not like your regular potion of growth. It's sort of like an off blue. Always
Oh.
has a V floating around in it, no matter which angle you look at.
Lovely.
I mean, we do have 2 first level spell scrolls, which we don't actually know what they are. I mean,
Give him the crepe. Can't do worse.
Grapes.
I
Oh,
mean,
no.
it wouldn't trigger off his wild magic, but it could still be disastrous.
I mean, we could have 2 scrolls of cure wounds. I don't know.
Well, they were a first level, and I did say I was going to update them. So we'll say one is of cure wounds,
Yeah.
and the other is ice. No, ice knife's a cantrip, isn't it?
Is it?
D&D
I feel-
Beyond, tell me.
I feel like it's not a cantrip, maybe. I don't know.
Nope, ice knife. It is first level. So there you go. Cure
Yeah.
wounds and ice knife.
Nice.
And I do love the ice knife. It is very overpowered.
Indeed. Especially when you get it to higher levels. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I shall update the thingamabob. Right. So.
Sopper wouldn't like to go and buy anything, but she's curious as to where she can find out about different Patreons.
Patreon.
Yeah, you know. Different
Well, sadly, I do not have a
deities
Patreon.
and things.
Well, different
Different
deities and things.
society.
It's kind of common knowledge anyway. This society is Shintoist, so Izanagi, Izanami, Amaterasu, Tsukiyomo, Susanoo, Omoikane.
No, not deities, just. This way,
Oh,
she's
you
getting
mean
more and more
on the
mad
warlock
that
side of
she
things?
can't-
Who
Yeah, on
else
the
sort of
warlock
make her
side
a
of
deal?
things.
Ooh.
Oh my.
She's getting more and more frustrated that she can't find the actual Cesario.
Cesario.
That's fair. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay, so I'm guessing it would. So 1,000 silver pieces equals 100 gold, right? Or am I wrong?
That sounds right.
I want to say yes.
Because I was gonna say I have 1,002 silver pieces. I'm planning on buying like a potion of greater healing. Actually, 2 potions of greater healing. One from the gold pile and the other from the silver. Yeah, so 2 potions of greater healing.
Yeah.
Plus...
1,000 gold. 1,000 silver is 100 gold.
Yay! I can do math. I'm gonna pop both of those potions in the loot bag.
Oh, that was good.
That was very good. Sniffing around, there are a couple of you. I'm trying to think of a way of putting this. There is a way of renegotiating your contract with the genie, if you so wish. Or you can then say, do you know what, screw this, tear up his contract and make a deal with someone else. And you do find one place that is willing to accept.
That's what she's curious.
Yeah. So there is one that would be willing to help you out. I just want to make sure I do have the thing for it. Yes, I can. You could make a deal with basically a god. So you wouldn't be a cleric as such.
You could be a divine warlock. Ooh,
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of any pop culture references that would be on that same kind of thing.
Well, making deals with deities never goes badly for you. Ever.
She just put it this way, she's just getting frustrated now.
Yeah.
And just in the point of that I have a lot of energy that needs channeling into somewhere. What have you? I'm at the point it's like, I want what's mine. He promised me he promised to do this.
Just one Cesario. Give it to me.
I just got this image of you summoning the genie and he's got like, what do you want now? You just like pin him to the wall by the shoulders going, where is it?
Yeah.
Put this thing where I need it, also help me.
She's so annoyed. She's got her stuff back, but it wasn't her stuff. She was promised something else.
Ah. Ah. Oh dear.
Oh god. But
I'm
yes.
like, what can I do with Sopha's character? Like,
Oh,
she was
where
promised
can I
something
take
else,
this?
she's
Quick.
getting mad.
Regain control of the ship.
It's just me, like Mickey Mousing, like Steamboat Willie style, go just really messing with the steering wheel and everything.
God.
Well, that's me trying to like, okay, let's try to keep this straight and narrowed. No, we're doing it never given. We're drifting. We're drifting. We're wedged.
Right, so basically, she's just looking into. She wants to know if there's someone that might be able to, a different deity that might be able to channel her desires a bit more. Put them more to use.
Yeah.
The wind is maybe a bit too lax. She
you do
has
have
all this
the-
energy, sort of, and hate, and
Well, I was going to say, you don't forget,
What
you do
have
have
you
the
building?
Ifrits, and that wouldn't
Yeah, we
change
do have
too
the
much, because
fire.
you just basically,
yeah.
some of your spell things might change, because the Djinn only have specific spells. But like I said, you can also make a deal with like a celestial being. And you wouldn't, there's the Pact of the Celestial. And there are some that might help you. If you're really super serious about it, message me and we'll go into details.
Well, yeah, I will have a think, but that's sort of where I'm channeling stuff. We will see, but that's the sort of page that Sokka's on at the minute. Is she sort of a bit like,
Or I may have a homebrewed class for you to try.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'll have to dig up my old the old 3.5 notes I had for it and then update it, but I'll let you know.
yeah,
Anyway.
it's something. But that's sort of where we're going with Zopper at the minute. It's kind of like still. You might have got physical stuff back, but it's still the pissed off kind of like.
Where's my money? Where is it?
I
You
demand a
think-
good
Oh,
dicking, damn
I've
it.
got some of my money back. I got my money back. That
Yeah.
was Sebastian. It's the emotional side of things.
Yeah.
She needs a good dicking, damn it, and no one's giving it.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting off this topic of thought, Khan, is there anything
Right.
you'd like to do whilst you're in the city of 1,000 treasures?
Now, Khan is obviously big brain, intelligent boy.
Yes.
Would there be, since this is a place of 1,000 treasures,
Mm-hmm.
is it possible to roll something like an Arcana check or something to like think of there's got to be something here magically inclined enough to get Khan's attention, or investigation or anything like
Oh,
that.
it'll be an investigation more than anything. But what are you after? Like magic items for spellcasting?
Like I'm trying to. I think Khan. The one thing Khan has been pondering about for the past while is that it's all well and good that he has Tamias's voice in his head and can channel and telepathically link with Tamias. But he feels a bit sad that Tamias can't necessarily have his interactions with the rest of the party. So he's currently like on a search to try and find something to expand or try and like have it so that like, oh, you touch this and that, oh, you can hear Tamias, and you actually understand how Khan can actually do what he does.
I'm with you now. There was a way of doing that.
Magic mouth. I mean, what?
Well, I was thinking more how Vox Machina did it in Critical Role.
Oh.
So they all had earrings and they could, I think it was basically whisper.
Oh. Yeah, I get what you mean.
So it was basically the same way as message. I'm trying to think of a way that might work for you. It may be just we just do that, you know.
Magical earring.
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check for me on this one.
Okay, no worries.
As you ask around various learneds and mage-like individuals, I will say for the sake of convenience, whilst you're here with Coffee Man, he points out that he does know some magic that may assist you.
Ooh.
It'll
Ooh,
take him
okay.
the better part of the day, and hopefully Tamias won't mind.
Like, Khan just... Because Khan's been having this idea for a while, Tamias has a pretty good idea of what Khan's trying to put together. It's just like, you're actually going through with this, aren't you? Are you sure the rest of your friends will supposedly be happy with another voice ringing in their heads? It goes, ringing in their heads? He's just like, no, don't think about actual ringing, Khan. Get back on track, please.
Back on track.
He's like, back on track! Oh, good boy, yes. Tell you what, Khan, I will make a deal with you. I am the one who is granting you all the abilities and the knowledge known to man in order to give you magical prowess. If you were to find a way for me to speak with the rest of your party members so they at least understood where your intelligence came from, then I would support it, and it would be fine. But I warn you of one thing: if your party do indeed do things idiotic, I will call it out on a regular basis. It's like, call it out. It's like, okay. Then proceed, my winged friend. Let us give my voice more range.
And as Carl's having this conversation with Tobias, you just notice the shopkeeper sitting there. He's like just gently fanning himself. I think we have a deal here. My winged friend, if you'd be so kind and give me the book, you can have it back this time tomorrow, and it'll be fine.
Oh God!
Okay.
Does this mean I still have to go have dinner with Mother?
I mean, you don't have to.
I mean, I don't want to, but I feel like I have to.
No, you don't.
You could always
Be a rebellious teen.
Well, you could always. We could always go back to the sewers to hide out instead of having dinner with. Instead of you having dinner with what did you call her, Brian? Tits McGee.
Biggest titters.
Yep, I think that was something I said. It sounds like something I would say.
I mean,
I can neither confirm nor deny such things.
I mean, I had a name for her, but you decided Tits McGee was it.
Hey, Tits McGee works great.
I'll let the fan art go where they want with that one. I hear Lady Demescrew is still doing very well on 34. But anyway, so if you don't have to go back home. But this is all. I really should have messaged this ahead of time. But for Khan, just so he knows now, Tobias now has telepathic communication to any allies he chooses within 300 feet.
Okay.
No.
I will make note.
Indeed, make a note, because if something happens later, things will happen.
Oh boy.
Within what range was it?
300 feet.
300 feet. Okay.
Yar.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So anyway, if nobody else has any major shopping or things to do,
I was gonna say, was there anything Aaron wanted to do?
I was about to say stock up on coffee, but that's my sorcerer shtick in our other group.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true. I mean, nothing says that you can stock up on coffee like in this group sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, that's Rowan's thing, though. I mean, fights have started over coffee.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
You just find like another alternate caffeine thing. It's just like, and I have a new delectable thing in store. Soda.
I made this thing. I call it Fizzy Pop.
We'll tell you the story after the session, because fights were had over coffee.
Oh God.
Very good.
So, if there was no shopping to be done,
Yes.
you guys, your journey to the town of Keen.
Yes.
I hate the fact that I plopped that right in the middle of 3 hexes, but there you go.
Ugh.
Goes uneventful.
Ooh.
Nothing bad. Well, there are a few things on the road, but it's more things you can quite happily avoid. Especially as you get closer and you reach the main road that goes from Coset End to Keen. Because around that region it gets very gnoll infested and everything else.
Nice.
Yeah, well, again, the 11th Company still hasn't dealt with the gnolls. You guys kind of left that story thread untouched.
That's because, well, we can't deal with everything all at once, Brian.
I'm well aware. Things still happen, though.
Let's just say it was no use, okay?
I know you.
And now there's going to be an old demigod because of that terrible pun.
I thought there
That
was
was
an
all-
old demigod.
That was what it needed to come into the world now. For a player to utter the pun.
That'd be great. We'll just go back there, and then they've somehow taken over the city and summoned their great white bat god called Shikaka.
Yep. Anyway,
Yes.
well, no, I suppose it would be more for Knowles. It'd be like, no, they managed to summon Hogger.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Level
Bloody
1 raid time, boys. Up.
Back on the menu.
Bye, Marie.
No, Marie.
I know, I don't know what happened there. Anyway. So yeah, your journey goes uneventfully, and the coffee shop guy did tell you where to go, if I recall, but for those that need a nudge. He did point out that it was an old research lab owned by the 12th Company.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Tis a thing.
Tisn't,
I have a map for it right here.
Oh boy, do you now?
I do.
Holy snap!
Because you guys are all down here.
Haha.
It's amazing, isn't it, what I can do with a full day and decent mental energy levels.
Yay!
Nice.
Even though he said that it was abandoned here, you can quite clearly see that it is not abandoned. A few chimneys are puffing out plumes of smoke. You can hear the sounds of activity, and unlike other places, at the gate there are 2 guards.
That liar!
They stand there, spears at their side. They have just simple breastplates on, but it, like, I suppose the best way of putting it is like they're all the same as what you've seen before from other Royal Guard members, but these have been tinted an olive green.
Nice.
Yeah,
Zoppo
much like the
is sort
tokens that I have.
Zop will walk around to the front and be like, hello, we're tourists. We can just pop on through, we'll be on our way.
As you say that, they block your way through. I'm sorry, miss, and you are...
Well, I am a Zoppa Tyrell of the Tyrell family. Have you not heard of me?
Never
From
heard of
far
the...
overseas.
Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
I'm already there.
Here we go.
I was going to roll a charisma check, but... Deception, is it? Yeah?
Deception.
No.
Ooh, pretty good. Nope, I remembered. I removed you guys from stupid token rules because Roll20 is dumb when it comes to tokens. What would their thing be? It would not be great. The one that stops you looks at you and is like, if you give me a moment. And he conjures a small sigil in the air and mutters and says a few things in Elvish into the air, and you guys pick it out. This is basically, we have someone at the gate. They want to be let in. Right. Okay, got you. Right, if you step on through and go straight on to the building at the back. Yeah. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
I can do dynamic lighting now without having to move my layer on my screen because I have to do it on the laptop.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. Zoppo will sort of say thank you and gesture to everyone. Like, thank you, my my bodyguard and wizard and personal cleric. An assassin will follow me. Oh, sorry, not assassin. No, handmaid.
My personal assassin. I mean, handmaiden. We're just sitting there cracking our knuckles. Also, Marie will back with the suit. She's just sent a message to say that she's in the middle of a storm right now.
And
Oh my lord!
no, oh dear.
There's my wizard. There's my handmaiden. There's my assassin. What was that third one? Chambermaid. Okay.
Silently puts the
Creep
kunais
could be
away.
my consort.
Oh my god!
God.
Oh, if someone clips that, that'd be great.
I mean, handmaiden.
Yeah, please someone clip that. Anyway, if you guys want to move yourselves through the map, feel free. Oh, no, that's the best slip I've ever heard in a D&D game.
Tash.
Very butch for a chambermaid, ain't she? Yeah.
Oh my god, that's great.
Why
She
is...
just sticks a knife in one of their legs as she walks
Hang on.
past.
Why is that done that?
Like just walks past in a fancy outfit, but then crosses past one of the guards who's looking, just goes. Or just subtly whispers as walking past. You're next, and just keeps walking. Oh my god, that's so good.
Oh my god.
Got you right in the funnies.
Oh, I got a literal tear pricking at the corner of my eye.
That's yeah. I'm panicking now because I'm looking at the dynamic lighting going. You're not meant to see inside the buildings.
I think you'll find that we are, Brian. I mean,
Yeah,
what?
you shouldn't be able to.
Oh my.
Although, if I look at it as a player, you guys can't see inside buildings anyway. So it might just
Well, no, we can't. That's
be good.
You can see
It's
inside
obviously
this
my
building next to me.
Well,
Okay.
You can see inside the round bit. Can't see
Yeah.
inside the square bits.
Okay, then it's obviously where the dynamic lighting's going around. That's fine.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. You missed something funny and thunder lightning, very very frightening.
oh my god, it was hilarious.
Well, unfortunately, I did not see a little silhouette of a man.
No, but someone nearly got dropped in for being an assassin. But anyway, you guys, if you want, you can break off and go elsewhere. But as you make your way through the courtyard of this space, you can clearly see how it's all arranged. To the right of you, look like small little huts that double up as a barracks. There is a small training area just a bit further on in the right corner, where you can see a group of soldiers all practicing with their spears as the instructor's giving, the usual form instructions. He's like yelling out 1, 5, 3, 4, lunge, and then correcting one idiot that over lunges. And over to your left, you can hear the sounds of people working, although what they're working on you cannot tell.
I smell a plot hook.
Quite possibly.
Well, weren't we told to go straight in and straight ahead?
Mm-hmm. Which brings you guys to here. To the front of the palace gates. Well, I say palace. It feels like a rather large, ornate building until the doors are opened and you guys can see inside.
Oh boy.
Hey, Ryan, do you want to be a smart idea? Putting both doors in at once instead of doors individually.
Let's hope there's not any assassins in here.
No, handmaidens.
Yeah.
Handmaiden, remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, handmaidens. Yeah, sorry,
Yes.
handmaidens.
You just walk in and you're just suspicious of how the royal guard are just, no guards, but a lot of handmaidens.
This place is certainly very
Well
Forward
staffed.
thinking. Yeah, forward thinking and its staffing opportunities.
Oh, God damn, that was great.
I mean, look at that. I mean, they've got transgender women here and hermaphrodites. Who knew?
Hey, I don't judge. I may
No, just
partake,
walk-
but I won't judge.
One sizing you up, you just go, what?
I'll tell you a story later, love.
Oh.
But anyway, you guys enter a rather plain-looking palace room. You are flanked by guards as you approach, and in front of you sits an ornate throne with a weary elvish man in regal armor, complete with a hand puppet, which is bizarre.
Oh, God. I just had a horrible thought.
Fibble.
Fibble?
That's all I thought.
Yes, that's what I was thinking as well.
I'm so glad I did that, because that was my thought as well. It's like, I need to give him a quirk here. Yes, hand puppet, Mr. Fibble. Unfortunately, I don't have a hand puppet. I did, and then my nieces took them away from me, so I have no hand puppets.
How dare they
Sell
demand
finger
them
puppets at work. We sell animal
Finger
finger
puppets
puppets.
aren't really the same as a hand puppet.
No, this was a proper hand puppet. I had to twist my hand to work it.
That's what she said.
Hey!
Oh.
Is it
But
true,
anyway.
Tash?
I mean, later.
Ooh.
Discussions for later.
After dark.
Yeah, discussion for later.
When
Indeed.
we're not live streaming.
Indeed, for when it's a different kind of red light.
Yeah.
But anyway, as you all approach you see him talking to the hand puppet, and he's like, "Are you sure? You're 100% absolutely sure? Welcome, esteemed Lady Tyrell. Please do come forward and come in. Guards, if you'd be so kind and fetch our wonderful guests some refreshments from the kitchens. Not the gruel that they serve you or me, the good stuff. I know we have it somewhere. Was that? Yes. I've told them to get the good stuff. Don't worry. Yes.
Oh, what a cute little side friend you have. I'll say to him as we walk in.
I feel like now I need to do the South Park thing with Mitch Connor. There's a red pen when I need one.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Lopez. Anyway,
Mr. Hanky.
Damn it,
Mr. Hanky,
Ash.
the Christmas poo.
Oh no.
but yeah, so well, welcome to my humble barracks. How can I be of assistance to the Lady Tyrell?
Well, we found on our little tourist guide that there might be some bits and bobs hidden around this area, and we saw that there was some barracks and that, and thought, well, we better drop in and make our presence known. No, rather than just wandering through and not saying hello.
Oh, you'd like a tour? What was that? Well, I'm perfectly well aware of that. I'm getting to that. Don't worry. Everything will be fine.
Oh, sure, your cute little friend can help us with our tour as well. If you get to introduce them.
The only question is, which one is the puppet, Tash?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my. Wow.
God damn it. Well, after you've had your nice bit of refreshment, and the guards do eventually come back with a questionable staleness of bread. It's not gone mouldy yet, but it's clearly been left out in the air too long and started to dry up a bit.
All right.
And a
Eat a
small
slice straight down.
yeah, and a cup of sake for you all.
Nice.
Raise it and tip it back in one. Sake.
Oh, a
that
heavy
burns.
drinker. What I expect from a noble lady from overseas.
Yes. Yes.
All
Our
right, then.
customs are definitely to drink it all in one.
Oh, very wise indeed, very wise. But, yes, I'm getting to that. My apologies. My name is Captain Kurosuchi, and this here is my lieutenant. I've forgotten the term. Shoot. Give me a second.
It's your right hand.
The right-hand man.
Literally and
Right.
figuratively.
It reminds me that we were in. I take it. Did everyone else do Of Mice and Men as like?
Yeah.
CSE kind of
No, I
thing?
did
No.
not. But I kind of
Really?
know what happens. No,
Yeah, but
no. We did.
basically,
yeah.
one of the guys has a glove full of Vaseline. Nobody would ever tell us why.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's like
It's very true.
I did. Lord of the Flies. So
Oh, you did all of the flies.
yeah.
Fair.
yeah.
I
did
did
Of
Animal
Mice and Men.
Farm.
Hmm.
That just sounds shit in comparison to the other two.
It does, sadly.
Oh.
But yeah, he had a glove full of Vaseline, and despite our protests over and over, nobody would tell us why he has a glove full of Vaseline.
Questions for later, but anyway. Yes, and this is my lieutenant, my right-hand man, you could say, Ore. My pronunciation is probably butchered that entirely, and I apologise to any Japanese viewers. But it literally
Right.
translates as ghost.
Oh,
Oh.
ghosty friend.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. You
Yeah.
have a little ghosty
Yeah,
friend.
and like the hand puppet bows and goes back straight again.
I give a very awkward wave as if to acknowledge the puppet. Hello.
Yes, everyone. That's what we say for sure. Everybody acknowledge the puppet. Play along.
Hello. Ray. Yeah, it's just so awkward.
The hand,
like,
I was going to say the hand puppet like leans in a bit closer.
I'm just saying hi.
Use your voice, Shizuka. Use your voice.
I'm
so sorry.
I am
She's a
using my
mute.
voice. I am using my voice. I was going to say.
Sorry,
to-
she's been a mute all her life. I've been teaching her to speak. A bit like a parrot. Not like the parrot behind me, though, if you get what I mean.
Can't just give us one of those.
Like,
Right.
Like, do I look like a parrot?
Khan's not
I'm
sure if
trying
he's
to-
insulted or not.
I'm trying to butter him up.
I'm sure she didn't mean it in that way, Khan.
I'm talking out of my arse here. I'm trying to get him on our side.
So yes, about that tour. Yeah, this is so.
Yeah.
Yes, the tour, of course. And he
Sure,
hops up from his seated throne and hops down off the sort of raised dais he was on, and comes down to your level and it's like, well, come along, follow me. Guards, you can do whatever it is you need to do some guarding, something like that. I'm sure there's something for you to do around here. Well, come with me, and he leads you, first of all, down to over here.
Oh God. Oh
Give me a
God.
second. I can grab you all and move you, don't worry.
Oh God.
Too late.
I'm
Beat you
lost.
to it.
Help. Oh. Okay.
Got ya.
Ooh, it's a magic carpet ride.
I got you.
Yay. Onto the barracks.
Just like that old song.
Actually,
And here's a prison. Push.
Yes.
close to. As he leads you in, he goes, apologies for the mess, but this is our state-of-the-art research center.
Research.
Oh.
Ah.
Indeed. Well, my division was tasked with a very simple thing, and that is we are in charge in keeping all the magic that the Royal Guard will ever need. We ensure their magical items, we keep a track of all data and records, and we produce new and dangerous things for them to play with.
Khan is suddenly intrigued.
Okay, Brian, out of character question.
Go on.
That dude that we were dealing with in terms of the mannequin soldiers,
Mm-hmm.
was he originally part of the 12th company?
No. Well, the Captain of the 5th says that only the 12th could have done something like this, because that's in their purview of work.
Okay, yeah, because I was like thinking, hang on, what company was that guy in again?
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, the Captain of the 5th suspected it was 12th. Because that's the stuff the 12th does. They are the researchers and arcanists.
Okay. Because I was like remembering, like, that was a thing.
Yeah. So he leads you up. So if you go into the upper round area, that is in fact a colossal library.
Oh boy.
And he points out that this thing used to be a rice silo, but we've since improved upon it and turned it into this repository of knowledge. So where those staircases are, it's just basically one double helixing staircase that goes up about 40, 50 feet off the ground. And it is just wall to ceiling of books.
Well,
I'll make note of its place for later.
Well, I must say, as a worshipper of Moikane, I'm quite impressed. Like this seems to be a place full of bountiful knowledge.
Well, we appreciate that, priestess. This place was dedicated to a Moikane about 2 months ago, as a matter of fact.
So it's quite recent.
Very recently indeed. In fact, I'm waiting on one of my many underlings to finish crafting a shrine totem to place in here, so that his presence is always felt within such a hall.
Oh.
Huh.
Exciting.
Right.
Yeah, and then if you follow him into the other room,
Ah.
this has all the noise of where people were working. You can see various members dressed not in their armor, but they're dressed in like lab coats almost.
Okay.
Like onesie style white robes. Each one is sat by a desk. There are arcane circles etched in, and they seem to just be doing some basic enchantments.
Could I do a perception check of sorts to see whether there's anything in this room that is similar to the one that was it Zarias, that dude that we faced with the mannequin soldiers? Or it began with a Z. Zebedias? Or
I've forgotten his name as well now.
it began with a Z.
No, it wasn't a Z.
They said his name was Tim.
Because you're thinking of Zarakus, but that's from
No, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the guys. Oh, Nazir. Was it Nazir? It
Nesmir.
began with an N. Nesmir. There we go.
Desmond.
Nesmir.
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay.
And if you want, I'll let you use your Channel Divinity for this as well.
I mean,
Because I think it would count in this kind of situation. You're asking a Moikane for a bit more insight.
this is knowledge of. Was this knowledge of the ages or blessings of knowledge? I don't think it's. I think it's more like read thoughts, which is the channel divinity.
Okay, never mind then.
I mean, I could certainly try if I wanted to, but I think I'm on one channel divinity.
Well, the time it takes you guys to get here, you would have had a long rest.
Okay, so
Because it'll be more than 3 days. It was an uneventful 3 days.
okay. Part of me wants to use the detect thoughts on the guy to be like whether they know of a Nesmir or have any connection to them. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to read the guy's thoughts in the hopes that they would have some connection to Nesmir. Like, regardless of how big or small or whatever.
Okay, did I make a character sheet for this guy yet? Obviously not.
I rolled a 20 on my Arcana check, by the way.
Oh, very nice indeed. Not necessarily. I mean, the setup looks the same. But where it is, like, basically a circle to do basic stuff. And you just you bring what you want to the circle as opposed to arranging things around the circle.
Okay.
Right. Strategy roll. He would have that. What's your spell save DC?
16.
Sadly, I rolled a natural 16.
Shiza.
Ooh.
I'm sad.
That's all right. You sit there and, you know, you channel your divine will, if you will. Nobody else seems concerned because you're a priestess after all. They consider, you know, you just being like, by Moikane, this is amazing.
Yes.
But what you notice is as you sit now explaining all this to you, like the hand puppet looks at you.
Oh.
Like, I'm guessing this is like an unsettling kind of, what are you doing, Shizuka, my dear? Wait, how do you know my name? I'd be wary about what you find out if I were you.
Like, yeah, it's a very creepy thing because the hand puppet's still up, but it's like he's just twisted his wrist so it's facing you. But he's looking like right at you, which is the disconcerting thing.
Okay.
And can Khan possibly do a thing?
What would your thing like to be?
Can Khan do? I don't know whether it would come as like investigation or perception or arcana or something. To basically see if Ray is magically inclined, or whether this whole setup is just Thingamy's head.
Go ahead and make just an intelligence check for me.
Intel, okay.
Yeah, because again, if you want to get like really specific with magic, you have to do like detect magic of some sort.
Right, yeah, that makes sense, but okay.
Sort of like combing both Khan's and Tamai's combined big brain knowledge. It certainly might be he's possessed, or just the fact that he is a captain of the Royal Guards. He might know a few tricks that you don't yet.
Fair enough. That's fine.
But yeah, so this was a room specifically for enchanting and creating enchanted gear. If you need to know if you're going enchanting yourself, do feel free to ask, and he'll be more than helpful in just getting your things enchanted for you. After all, he'll consider it a great honour for a lady of noble house of Tyrells.
Yes, certainly. Let me consult with my magical advisors. You know, I'm a bit of a dummy. I don't practice any of that.
Of course, why would nobles have need to do such things? And he gestures for you all to leave the room.
There's just me looking at Ray, and I can imagine Ray like just sort of doing the whole two fingers with the eyes, like sort of thing. I'm watching you.
It takes you a second, Shizuka, but like you swear, like you see the hand puppet's eyes narrow.
Yeah.
Way.
So anyway, well, I'll leave you here for now, and then if you feel like you need anything enchanting, just knock on the door and ask my associates. But please do not go in, as you are not officially members of this company. If you do wish to become members, however, a short ceremony is all it would take. For now, though, I have other business to attend to.
Thank you very much. Thank
right.
you for your hospitality.
You are most welcome. Enjoy your stay, and I shall look forward to seeing you this evening.
Yes.
With that, he leaves.
Okay, as he leaves, I'll turn and say, well, he did say about enchanting stuff and us having to pass a simple test. So what's the guessing that he's done this little test and got his little friend enchanted?
I mean, when I was all trying to read his thoughts and that, something tells me that Ray is more alive than I think, like, they are.
That's what I mean. Do you think maybe Ray is actually the one that you have to do a little test with?
I mean,
Ray might enchant people, or...
unfortunately, I couldn't really get anything out of them, and I'd have to have another long rest in order to I'd have to rest a lot in order to do that again for that
clearly.
person.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. And I'm trying to think. And you can't use this feature on it. Oh yeah, until I finish a long rest. So it'll be like 3 days later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't really do that again against that until 3 days later.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine.
But yeah, yes, the puppet seems disconcerting to me.
Well, if you agree, pokes up and is like, well, to be honest, the captain himself just creeps me out. I mean, seriously, who ends up talking to themselves? No offense, Khan.
Oof.
They suddenly just get Tobias's voice in their head saying, "He doesn't speak to himself. He has me to contend with, sadly."
Oh, apologies, Tobias. I don't suppose
I
you
feel
know.
so bad that we keep on dogging on Khan tonight. Unless he gets called a parrot.
That's fun.
And now a weirdo who talks to himself. Oh dear.
Oh, poor Khan.
That's right. His time will come. He'll cast fireball and kill you all.
His time will Khan.
Oh god. Like you would just hear Tobias's voice ringing in, just going, even after helping Khan, seeing if we couldn't identify anything strange about that puppet of his, it's very hard to determine whether that puppet is indeed magically inclined, or more just an imagination of this guy's psyche.
Definitely. Well, if we're seeing him tonight, I'm sure we can work out some sort of plan to...
Yes. I mean, I'm sure we have things to, I don't know, detect something, or whether it's
there is a
magic or...
big group just over his shoulder, like there was a giant library here.
That's very true.
Then they did say they were collecting all knowledge. There may be something in that might be of use.
Knowledge! And Khan
Yeah.
starts heading into library.
Let's go to the library.
Let's all read the books. Let's go to the library. And read all the nooks.
Having fun isn't hard. You've got
we are
a
on the
library
card.
card.
Oh,
no.
God.
Yes.
Having fun.
It's happened
isn't
again.
hard.
Well,
You've got a
as
library
you guys are in
Can
here,
I-
though, go on.
Sorry, I was going to say this is completely off topic. Arthur is ending after 25 years.
No.
After the Ratburn marriage and everything, are you serious?
I know. But we were saying, like, how, like, even not taking into account, because some anime and that, but what have you? What cartoon has gone on for 25 years? It has
Tom
and
spanned
Jerry.
3 decades.
Yeah.
It has
mean,
spanned
Simpsons,
nearly 3
yeah.
decades.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's like, it's very rare for
Yeah, especially
You know.
a kid's educational cartoon.
a
Mm.
cartoon.
Mm.
That's
For
it,
a
right?
kid's cartoon.
Yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah, the only other
spend.
child's IP that I think's gone on for as long, if not certainly longer, would be Thomas the Tank Engine, but that's about as far as it gets.
Mm.
That's also like clay animation.
Well,
Well.
again, that's changed over
Well.
the years. It was models, and then it moved on to models with
yeah.
CGI crossed in, and then just full CGI.
Yeah.
But that train long since jumped the bloody shark.
Can I just say so? We went into a toy shop as you do as an adult.
Yep.
Me and Tom. And Tom
kind of
stood
toy
there
shop?
at the sorry?
What kind of toy shop?
A normal toy shop because
Mhm.
Tom just proceeded to stand there and shout at the Thomas the Tank Engine display saying, No, it's meant to be this colour. What have they
Oh,
done
no.
to this one? Like picking up the toys, going, no, such and such is meant to be like this, and
Yeah.
such is meant to be like this.
Oh, I have a
boy.
wonderful channel for Tom. He would thoroughly enjoy the content because it sounds like it would be in his wheelhouse.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
As Tom is named after Thomas the Tank Engine, he was like getting very irate.
Oh
Why
god.
you gotta do my boy Percy so bad?
Yeah, literally. He was
oh, it gets even worse. They axed Edward and Henry from like the main roster.
What?
Yep.
How dare they?
Mm-hmm.
Gay trains, what can I say? Like, just can't accept it.
no.
Anyway, that's a podcast for like another time. For the D&D
Yep.
side of things, though, before we go off track.
Sorry, yes, we were
Off
Before we
track.
go off track.
Go ahead and give me some investigation checks, everybody, as you are perusing the bookshelves. If you have anything specific you want,
Porn.
Oh, was there? Is there
Aaron is looking for porn.
Yeah,
Oh.
Zoppo will join her.
And
like
with
I
a
said.
17, she might find it.
Is there any way that I can make it an advantage?
You just
That-
find like an odd like magazine like shoved in between
stuck
two thick
between
books.
two encyclopedias. Yep.
It's just called like Elves Monthly.
Oh god.
And it's just
Play
busty barmaids showing their ankles.
No, it'll be oh this month's article, Drop Drow Gorgeous.
Oh, god.
Wow, they didn't have anything like this in the monastery.
I wonder why.
No.
I was going to say, if you guys are looking for something specific, I'll let you go with advantage. If you guys tell me like, it's got to be like spot on specific. So, in Erin's
Okay.
case, looking for pornography, you find a couple of magazines stashed away somewhere.
I would like to specifically look into any connections with Nesmir or like the mannequin soldiery type things going on.
And I will look into anything involving possession that may be linked to the puppet.
Or literally just search puppet.
Or puppet possession, dark arts of puppetry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Zoppo, if you want to go ahead and give me your investigation check. Shizuka,
From an
you
actual
do
friend.
find one. Calling it a tome would be generous. You think like the Book of Cagliostro from Doctor Strange. Like you go to it, it's like, oh, this has got to be an important tome. And then as you open and leaf through, it's like half the pages are missing. someone's just come through and ripped out whole chapters of this thing.
Oh wow!
What are we actually meant to be? Why are we here anyway? But I don't. We're looking for like a
To
little
investigate the puppet
Reading,
thing,
damn it!
and
Yeah,
And
like,
I
you were sent this
physically-
way because your coffee / Khan's OD
drug dealer.
drug dealer friend was like, okay, I'll look after these people you brought to me. You just need to go and get a box for me from this place. And he said to you it was abandoned, and it's clearly not abandoned.
I mean, they did say that this library was put together quite recently, so maybe it was abandoned at the time that he knew of, and then they just come in and just
Well, they're
change
definitely.
everything.
Well, if they're testing magic and that, they've definitely. I think they've tracked down possibly something else, or this box that this guy's after. Maybe, and that's why they've set up camp here in this particular spot. Because why else would an army want to set up a spot in a really offshore, abandoned place? Unless there was something to research that might be to their gain.
Point.
That is very true.
Oh, god damn it, chat.
Oh, what have you done? What
This
have
is a
you done?
literal hub of porn.
Oh God.
You're welcome.
Oh. If I had the button to play the sound effect, I would play the sound effect. We all know the noise. Anyway, so going through in order. So, Khan, you were looking for anything regarding possession.
Yes.
You do find some things on possession, but they're broad in scope. It's things like being possessed by ghosts, making bad deals with demons, all that sort of thing.
Yes.
Shizuka, like I said, you find something on mannequin or just making a homunculus.
Okay, and the pages were torn out.
Yeah, it's like you flick through. It's like, oh, okay, no, this makes sense. You make it humanoid. You make sure it's got the right bits in, infused with a bit of necromancy, and where's the
MJ.
actual necromantic magic formula? It's got to be in here somewhere.
There's me.
Yeah, and like you fold the next page
Yeah.
over, and it's like, and to make the perfect cake, what?
Yeah.
And it's kind of obvious looking at this that, yeah, Nesmir or somebody, may not necessarily be Nesmir, has ripped out entire chapters regaling to some information, so a lot of it is incomplete. Erin, you do find a couple of Play Elf magazines stashed about in places.
How sticky are the pages?
Pages
Oh,
are remarkably
God.
rather clean because prestidigitation takes away all stains.
Oh.
Very true.
Where it goes, nobody knows.
Oh my
Mm.
god.
Nobody asked.
Is it like
Nobody
in
wants to know.
Loki, and it goes to the end of the universe, the end of the timeline?
Oh God.
And somewhere out in space, it's just this mass forming. It's just everything every wizard's ever prestidigitated away.
Kind of like the garbage island floating around in the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then what were you after, Zopper? You were after just
I just thought just searching puppets.
you do find a few things on puppets. And these include how to actually make a puppet. From hand puppets to marionettes. Who got the lowest overall? Also Shizuka, because you
Oh.
did roll the lowest.
Oh, so I didn't get it with advantage because.
Oh no, you got it with advantage. This is for another thing.
Okay. Uh
As you're
Go on.
fumbling around,
oh. Oh no.
you're pulling at other books hoping for something, and some of them don't have what they're written on the spine. Like you have to pull them out and read the covers.
Yeah.
You pull on one, and you hear a click,
Oh
Oh
crap.
shit.
but nothing happens.
I may have either opened a secret door or I may have activated a trap, but we don't know what this trap is. I just heard a click, and any book that you pull that has a click after it seems ominous enough.
Nothing has physically changed in the room at all.
Nope.
No. Whether it's set an alarm
Well,
off
make a perception check.
somewhere else.
Oh, perception.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
perceive nothing.
Not a lot. You're
I-
engrossed in your possession book.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's just a book called Now That's What I Call Possession.
There's people with fancy cars.
Mm. Yeah. But Aaron rolled. Okay, he did pretty well.
Yeah, Erin did roll pretty well. Erin, you made out the faintest sound of a click coming from the table right on the ground floor.
I will go check out that table then.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check on the table if you'd be so kind. Although, as you approach the table, you can tell by looking at it, a couple of students. You find nothing interesting beyond the fact that it appears that a couple of the members have done some homework or some study. You can see some papers are strewn about. They regard enchanting. Oh, excuse me. Enchanting the powers of the elemental planes into items.
Well,
I'll let the
Oh.
rest of the party know that I heard the click coming from this table.
Okay. Anybody else that wants to go ahead and make an investigation check for me?
let's try it. Why not?
Stop it, this might be, well... Oh, are you kidding me?
If only it was with advantage. Were you kidding?
Are you bloody well kidding me?
You guys are rolling terribly tonight. You have now been affected by the Wheaton dice curse.
No.
It's just a very nice clicking table.
I was gonna say, stop it, I mean...
What do you want me to roll?
This,
Investigation.
this has something to do with... Well, I don't know whether Aaron said anything, so I mean...
Yeah, well, everyone pointed out, this table clicked.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But we couldn't see what's up. It's just more on the table, the scattered notes about infusing the powers of the elements into items. But
Like an artificial genie?
no, I'm looking at
Or
it more
genie
like
powers?
more like making flaming and ice and magical weapons and items, basically.
That's what I mean.
Not so much an artificial genie.
Artificial elements kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so that way they can combat certain threats a bit easier. Although, with you, Zopper, and an 18 investigation, you poke about at the table, and you notice that there are 4 locks, and one of those locks is now moved.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
What, physically moved its place on the thing, or
Yeah, they
internal
were
has
very hard
unlocked.
to notice, but they're hook latches that come up and lock onto the feet of the table,
Yeah.
and one of them has been removed. That was the click that people heard.
Wonder if there's a certain order that it needs to go in. Or there's another 3 books that will unlock the other 3.
What was the book that Suzuka pulled out?
Yeah, what was that book?
You go back up and look and see the book you moved. On the cover, it is the Omitsukido, a history.
Omitsukido.
Yeah, I'm probably going to butcher the spelling, but...
Okay.
I just starts like rapidly flicking through books on the shelf next to him to see if there's any that match.
Is that a sequel to the Kama Sutra?
No, sadly not. The Kama Sutra needs no sequel. It just gets added on in volumes.
Yeah.
It just gets
But Carl,
expanded.
as you're looking through the bookcase, the one thing that does spring out at you is that that's the only book that's like thick enough to be considered a book, and it didn't have any wording on the spine.
Okay, so we're looking for
You find some which are
more
thinner.
blank books.
To which obviously wording on the spine would be wasted, but then you got like proper thick encyclopedias, but they are labelled so you can read them.
So it's like a blank spine encyclopedia-esque size book.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
if we're using a bookshelf set flankly as an example, it'd be like sort of the same width as my Deathwatch rulebook. A good size, but obviously no one's written on the spine about what it is. Yeah, it should have something written.
Yeah. I will go across the shelves to see if there are any familiar-sized books with blank spines that match the description.
How long do you want to take on this?
How long have we got until we're meeting up this evening?
Right now, the time is about midday or just gone, so you got a fair few hours, but there's also a chance the guards might come in.
We could set a watch.
That's fair. Ralgash, you go watch since your player's the only person
Yeah.
who's not here. I mean,
Several
what?
Gash as watchman.
That sounds fair to me. So Rolgash goes outside and keeps watch. The rest of you spend time looking for the books. It takes you about a good hour or so. A few of them are like in obscure places. and weird, and sort of in weird shelves and weird orientations. Nothing seems to match, but you eventually find all four. And the table moves, revealing a staircase that leads down into a basement level.
Oh no.
No, oh no, oh no.
No.
Do you guys wish to go down into the basement?
I vote we send in the cat first. He has the big wacky sticks.
We could send in the cobalt.
What kobold? Like we no
Do you
longer
mean
have
this
a
no,
kobold.
excellent
right.
specimen of drowness?
Yes.
Stop being so handsome!
I can't help it. I might regenerate into Matt Smith next time. We never know.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Right. Ooh,
Um,
actually, I wonder if I can set up a thing.
Is there anything that we can send down there? No, just like a light or anything.
Let's have a look. See, what do I have?
Erin can go check it out. She's like stealthy and shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
If sorry to break in, if we are going to investigate things, I look at because like there's like the outer door and inner door to the library.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the inner door of the library and I cast alarm.
Ah.
Ooh. I'm going to spend 2 key points and cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay, so Khan goes up and starts marking the door with a small arcane sigil. Erin focuses her key and then becomes pretty much like a ghost. And Akis and Erin, go ahead and hit me up with that stealth check.
So that would be a 21 total.
To a lot of you, Erin disappears into the darkness below.
Batmog.
Erin, for you,
Yes.
you go down a small spiral staircase. At the bottom, you come into what could only be best described as an archive. But this archive is lavish. The bookshelves are made of the finest wood. The floor itself is also carpeted in places, and there are 4 tables scattered about this large empty chamber, festooned with books in a multitude of colours.
Are there any boxes similar to the one that described that we've been sent after?
There are quite a few boxes, yes, all on various shelves. Also, each shelf is even range of shelves. They are actually marked with each sigil of the royal companies, 1 through 13. I would show you the map, but I moved everybody's tokens over there, so then everybody would have full vision.
It's alright.
That's all right.
Are any of those boxes similar to the ones that Von Steeler described?
Yes, they are all the same size, all small little jewellery boxes. Again, each one's in its own special designated shelf.
I'll take a look around and then come back up and give everyone the all clear. Now, since they were all within 30 feet of me when I did pass without a trace, will it reactivate for them when I come back upstairs?
Yes, because I think they need to be 30 feet of you. Let me double check. It's been a while since someone's done pass without a trace.
Last time I think I even heard a pass without a trace being cast. It was with Vexalia. It's been a minute.
Well, it lasts for now. Yeah. Anybody you choose when you cast it. So you could have said to everyone, hey, you've now got +10 to your stealth checks, everybody. We are ghosts.
Hey, you got +10 to your stealth checks, everybody.
Yay!
And then
Nice.
I'll tell them what I found and say that it looks pretty clear downstairs. If we all want to troop back down there.
Yeah, we can.
I think we should. Yeah.
Yes, we should probably get over. Well, we should probably get down there. Right. Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
And here is the archive room. And clearly, someone has been down here recently, judging by the amount of tomes that have been left off their respective shelves.
Oh my.
Hey. Is
We
there
could
anything
put
in
everything-
common for... Oh, sorry. Maybe you go.
Oh, I was going to say that we could either completely rearrange everything or put everything away and really freak somebody out. Go upstairs, go back upstairs, hide any trace of us, and act like nothing happened. This place is haunted.
That actually happened to us once at school. That there was a load of tables moved back to the edge of the classroom in a room which nobody had a key. Only our teacher
Shit.
had a key. And the only other exit is a fire exit, so you can't get from it from the outside. The inside. Our teacher has no idea who moved the tables. She's the only one that holds the key because it was our form room.
It was Casper.
Yes.
And also her drawer, the drawer on her desk would open on its own as well. We sat there
Spooky.
and her talking, and it would just move open. So I reckon we had a poltergeist in our classroom, but you know.
Go to the light, Caroline!
All right. So yeah. The only thing, so Khan, you were asking like if anything connects all
Yeah.
these things together.
Basically, yeah. Is there like a common theme with like the books here?
Yes. So, like I said, each shelf is designated to a specific royal company. So, like a couple of shelves are dedicated to the first. You can tell that because it will have their kanji number,
Yeah.
all their insignia and everything else, but also their colors match.
Mm.
It's all just
Pretty.
block color, essentially. So you've got a deep purple, a dark orange, a spring green, a dusty pink, a turquoise, a cobalt blue, tan, raspberry rose, 10A, dark green, lavender, an olive green, and a maroon.
Hmm.
Nice.
Do we know what these colors correspond to?
Yes, in the order I read them out, it's basically 1 through 13.
Oh, okay.
Oddly enough, the one that has the smallest shelf is in fact the first company. They literally have a singular shelf to themselves. And only 2 books. All the others seem to like vary in length and amount of books.
I would like to look into the top company books and just be like, okay, is there any connection with this Nesmir or whatever?
Into the 12th. Well, one of the first things you come across is that they actually have a motto to them.
Okay.
And that's, their motto is vengeance, strictness, and independence.
Vengeance, strictness, and independence. Okay.
Mm.
Oh my.
Yeah. And they also, and like flicking through this, like you get more like a registrar over time.
Okay.
So you see, like, it was founded only, like, the 12th company itself was officially founded some 800 years ago. So it is relatively new compared to the others. The oldest being the first company, which was founded literally 1,000 years ago.
Is this like the motto for all of the companies, or is it just for that specific one?
Just for the 12th.
Okay. So vengeance.
Mm.
Strictness and independence.
Just to remind me, is this like compound that we're in general at the moment, is this ran by one of the companies or is this an off
No,
faction?
this is run by the 12th.
Okay, so it is for 12.
Yeah, there's they describe it as their research division.
Right.
This is where they make all the cool things. If this was like MI6, you'd have essentially just met Q and just got denied the chance of having exploding pens.
Yeah.
So
I
is
want to
there,
drive a Bond car.
so the bookcase with the least amount of information is the one involving the first company with only a couple of books.
Mm-hmm. One of which is currently on the table.
I would
This
like
one
to
here
read
is-
the tabled book.
You go over to the book and look at it. If you want to be more specific on that one.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you're quite welcome. As you go over to it and look, it is quite literally open on sort of midway through, but as you look at it, their thing is Truth and Innocence. And it has been headed by the the founder of the first company and founder of all 13 royal companies, Genurusai Yamamoto,
Okay.
who has been given the nickname the Heart of the Sun.
Oh.
And you flick through it, and it's more like a history of what he's done, how he brought order to this place in the early days when the gods themselves were young, and like his family. There's even a family tree, and like it literally goes all the way back to Izanagi and Izanami via way of Amaterasu and things like that.
So he's divine in a way, like a divinely touched mortal.
Kind of, yes. Although a lot of elves can say that because a lot of them are born of the tree that is basically Yari. There's a massive mountain in the middle of Yari that is basically the tree.
Right.
Think like Nordrassil in WoW. Like everyone's under its roots, but people are still born of it.
Could you write that name down? Gion, whatever that.
Yamamoto Genurusai.
Yamamoto Gion Nasai. Gion Nasai?
Genryusai Yamamoto.
Oh,
And I took out the Y when copying his name across. My bad.
Genryusai.
Mm-hmm.
Yamamoto.
Indeed. In fact, I will share it into our Facebook chat. But for Dom, there is in fact an exaggerated drawing of the man.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Well, I didn't draw that, by the way. I nicked that out of an anime wiki.
That's fine.
Still pretty badass looking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wow.
Take a look. How can we... Where is it?
It's in the
In
Facebook
the
chat.
Facebook chat.
Okay.
Oh, that, yeah.
Oh wow! Look at you can count his ribs. Old dude needs to eat a sandwich or something.
Well, again, the man is like over 1,000 years old.
Make that 2 sandwiches then, with extra bacon.
Bacon. Interesting read.
Yeah. So it goes through, lists all of his accomplishments and things like that. And like I said, he can claim to have been descended from gods, whereas a lot of other elves, so like Shizuka and Eren, they are descended from the tree. They just grew up on different sides of it.
Yeah, so besides the whole motto thing, like there was like a registrar of names. Was Nesmir one of them? Or?
For the 12th, indeed, Nesmith is one of their members.
Aha! I knew it!
His time of service, though, goes back only... His service started only 90 years ago.
Okay.
No, just the 90.
Oh, is that all?
Well, again, elves live for a long time.
Yeah.
90 years, he's still a noob.
Yep. But he does list his accomplishments as being a master transmuter and necromancer.
Oh, snap.
Oh, wow. So that ties into what we were... Yeah, ties into the whole mannequin shenanigan.
Mm-hmm.
Mannequin shenanigans. Yeah.
Yep. You don't think he made Ray, do you? AB as a beginning experiment.
Oh,
Maybe
snap.
gifted it.
You have a point.
Maybe
Off
gifted
small
it to him.
and... Oh,
Sort of
shit.
small.
Started off small and like worked his way up to real people. with homunculi.
Unless Ray is a real person.
Unless Ray was a real person, but then the dude that we spoke to is actually a dead dude, but Ray is actually controlling the dead dude's corpse.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Or it could be even one step beyond that. What if, to experiment, he took a part of the general's soul, embedded it into Ray, so it's part of him. That's why it's always attached to him, and he always speaks to him for like guidance and reassurance on things.
Oh,
It's his literal conscience.
Yeah, like his conscience is an actual part of him. That's why it's so important.
We have a Pinocchio on our hands.
Oh shit.
I was thinking Annabelle, but you know.
Well, I mean,
your conscience be your guide.
Yes.
As the song goes.
Jiminy Cricket.
He wished upon a star that day.
Extreme.
Yeah.
Extreme Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's only a theory, but it is a legit theory.
At the dinner tonight, I'm sure we could always ask him about what's his name.
I have a question.
Go on.
Yeah.
All the books that were left out, like somebody who had been looking through them, searching for something, do they have a common theme?
Wow.
They all seem to be when each company was founded and what their purpose is, like in the grand architecture of things, as far as you guys can tell.
Right.
So the first are founders, and their whole significance is truth and innocence. The second are to seek nothing. The third are actually despair, and are nicknamed the executioners. The fourth, those who grieve are loved. The fifth is sacrifice, danger, humility, and sweetness. Sixth are for noble reason. The seventh are for courage. The eighth are for everything that can be obtained. The ninth are oblivion. The 10th are for mystery. The 11th is to fight. 12th is vengeance, strictness, and independence. And then the 13th, the most recent, only founded 100 years ago, are for hope.
So 12th was
vengeance, strictness, vengeance, strictness, and independence.
Mm.
You're gonna have to write all this down, like
I will write it all down and send it to you all.
I actually had it all written apart from the fifth.
The fifth company are sacrifice, danger, humility, and sweetness.
Okay.
Danger,
humility, and sweetness.
Yeah, and sweetness.
Okay.
Although you feel that because it's written in kanji, like it might be, someone might have misplaced a brushstroke, and it should actually be like kindness.
Gotcha. Possible mispronunciation over time.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking at this archive. In fact, first you want to go ahead and make a history check.
Ooh, I like me some history. History this.
God damn it! What the hell?
Moikane does not want you to learn, young cleric.
But I want to learn. I'm doing the thing that a Moikane wants me to fucking well do.
He wants you to focus on learning. You're in a library. You don't need to know this library is so many years old.
It's like your inner child comes out and says, "This was the one thing in school I like."
Wow.
Well done, Christy.
Wow.
And then
You know all the things.
just like literally just like
Zoppa goes like full Antiques Roadshow. and like points out because of the way the bookshelves are made and how it was all intricately carved. Some of these shelves were only put here about 200 to 300 years ago. So by normal standards, it's old. By elf standards, pretty damn quickly built.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, what else history were we looking at? Just
That was it. It was just like so you guys got an idea of how quickly this archive was put together.
yeah.
So it's obviously been updated through the years when more companies and more information on the said companies are found.
Mm-hmm. And as history gets added, there seems to be a lot of copies being made.
The thing that is starting to worry me is the fact that Nesmir was a part of the 12th, and their whole mantra is vengeance, strictness, and independence.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, that's what I thought as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we are here literally at the 12th.
And I'm just thinking, for one thing that doesn't quite add up with that, is that we've been welcomed with open arms in a place that calls for vengeance, strictness, and independence.
Yeah.
The scary one, like, vengeance, I get if, like, you see the sheer amount of soldiers everywhere. Strictness, I mean, they're soldiers being stuck to a strict curriculum, and maybe, like, the researchers are like, you research this and you enchant this or else meet your quota. But the independence part, like, are they like? Is there anything related to the 12th on this bookcase that relates to the 12th fighting for independence from the other factions and actually wanting domination and vengeance to be spread?
No, but I will say, because Chris, you rolled quite hell on a history, and I'll let you guys have this. There was a period of civil war that happened about 500-ish years ago, as you're looking through these historical records. And it's notably where a lot of the captains change over. Obviously, Yamamoto is the only one to come out of this unscathed. Everybody else has at some point had a changeover. At some point. The most recent changeover has been the fifth company. They've just recently appointed their new captain.
Yeah.
And you guys have already met and interacted with him. The other most recent was the captain of the 10th. You guys have also met. He was the one that killed his brother way back at the start of this campaign.
Oh yeah, snap, that's right.
And had the anchor, like, sword that he could summon.
So,
but yeah, the Civil War itself basically was, as far as you guys can tell, didn't involve the 12th because they weren't around, but it was the formation of the 11th. And like the whole mantra of just being fighters and literally being like soldiers without a job to do. So, what else are fighters to do but to fight? And they became damn good at fighting.
So, okay. So, in history then, through reading these books, it's understood that, like 500 years ago was the Civil War?
Mm-hmm.
So, 500 years ago, Civil War broke out after the origin of the 11th.
Yeah.
And then the 12th wasn't established until...
I think I said 600 years ago, so they're 100 years
600?
after. They're about 100 years after that.
So... Ooh. I'm now curious. Is there any tomes in the 11th that has a register, like an older register during like the time of the Civil War?
They do, in fact, have a tome. As you're going through it, though, you do hear a click from above.
Ah, snap.
And someone going, "Who left the archive vault open? I mean, honestly, if you guys are going to go down into the archives, get your book and come back up. Do not leave the archive door open. You know how bad it is when books get damp? Imagine that to
Wouldn't,
1,000-year-old tomes."
Wouldn't Khan's spell have gone off?
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
alarm.
Indeed it does, actually. So yes, it's more your alarm goes off first, then you hear like the clicking. But it's not like a clicking of a lock, it's the clicking of someone's shoes.
Oh, snap.
So, is it like dark down here, or is it like dimly lit by like torches and
It's
whatnot?
dimly lit. It's bright enough that anyone who doesn't have dark vision, you can see just fine. But it's not like it's really, LED bright lights.
Khan runs scuttles over to Shizuka and kind of like charades this idea in his head about blacking out the entirety of a vault and us hiding in locations so that if anyone does come down here, it's pitch black.
I mean,
And like us taking a side of a vault each to prestidigitate and take out every light one by one.
I mean.
Well, plus,
yeah.
you still got a plus 10 to your stealth,
Yeah.
too.
I mean,
Oh
for
yeah,
him
it's
though,
just to make us
it's just
double stealth.
thing though is he doesn't know that it's us. He could literally turn off the lights and pretend that it was just somebody else down here.
But then, if they lock the table, then how do we get out? As far as we know, this is the only entrance and exit into this place.
Okay, as he comes down, I'm going to say very loudly, "I told you we were going the wrong way." Silly,
Like,
silly
if
handmaid.
If they come
Silly,
down.
silly handmaid. Yeah, if he comes.
If he comes.
Silly crepe.
Well,
Silly all of
I was
you.
going to say, for those of you that want it, Crepe can do something that can create a decent chunk of darkness.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I do mean a decent chunk of darkness.
Like, the only thing being is that if we do create this chunk of darkness, they would probably figure that we were down here because how did this place get dark so quickly? And then it'd be like, ah, shit.
That's it. Like, it's too dark.
Yeah.
Well, I will say another thing as well is that the fact that when Erin came down here, the lights didn't trigger. When the rest of you came down here, lights triggered.
Oh. No.
So,
Right.
So Krebs just got it into his head of, well, I can black out the room, and if we just stay quiet, he might just assume someone went down here and didn't close the door. But it's up to you guys.
Yeah,
you got that
that
choice. You've got Crip with emergency darkness, though it may come with something extra.
Uh-oh.
That's the point.
And last time he did that, Aaron got to fly.
This is true. Or you can go with the Zopper's idea of bluffing your way out of it and Khan just holding on to that registrar.
Well, if we act like we haven't done anything wrong, then we haven't done anything wrong.
That's what I mean.
We weren't specifically told we couldn't go down here.
You just said the other room we weren't allowed into.
Right.
That's true.
That's what I mean. And he didn't tell us either where we were to go and wait in the barracks, you know.
Yeah, this is very true.
Well, not necessarily wait in the barracks, but you know, he wanted us to relax before dinner.
Was it his voice? Did we recognize it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it was the current captain of the 12th going, if you guys are going to be down here in the archives, for the love of God, make sure you close the door behind you. Or at least grab your book and get out first. I mean, honestly. And you can hear him stomping across the floor. Is anyone down there this minute? Otherwise, I'm just going to close the door.
Oh, thank heavens you found us. I was so lost.
All right, we're going down this route then. Yep,
Yep.
go for it.
Lady,
Okay.
Lady Tyrell. Well, now this is interesting. Just the person I wanted to come and speak to. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Oh, panic!
I mean, he just comes down and just, I don't like people touching my things!
You touch my archive, you messed everything up. I'm going to lock you down in here for a very long time. Good day.
Oh.
Misty step.
Erin brought her porn with her.
Entertain for years to come. Anyways, so yeah, thank you for that, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. Be sure to tune in next week to see what happens. As you guys have now been razzle-dazzled by Kurosuchi.
Razzle dazzle.
So we'll see where that goes. And until next time, everybody, I will see you all for the next live stream of D&D. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.